JB, aka Mr. Steal Your Dibs. And on the other side, the tantalizing one, tantalizing Tony Levin. What's up, my man? How you doing today?
It's your boy.
I'm doing good.
All right.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Um, Before we get started, I was gonna start either my either my rant of the week or something. So, have you had any issue with Facebook this week with it shutting down on your phone at all,
Not me.
bro? I can't even stay online. It's like I get on trying to scroll something, boop, disappears. I have
Come
had
on.
I have not had a good experience with Facebook this week.
Man. I wish I could say I feel your pain, but I don't. I
Um,
surely don't.
how hot is it? How hot is it in New Orleans?
Bruh, it's like getting up to like 95, 96 degrees, but the heat index getting up to like 112, 113.
We were 101 yesterday.
Woo.
I got in the car. I'm gonna go my headset so my sound's better.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got my car yesterday, and can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Uh-huh.
Okay. I got my car yesterday, and I lost 75 pounds in 5 minutes.
Oh,
That's
yes,
how
indeed.
that's how hot it was, bro. It was crazy.
It's ridiculous, man. This heat, man, it's something else. All right. Did you watch Slammiversary last night?
I did not watch the anniversary. I did watch all the highlights though because I wasn't paying $40. I'm used to paying $9.99 a month, bro, for pay per view. I'm not. WWE Network got me spoiled. I'm not paying $40, especially something with no fans. But from what I did watch like some like live stream updates, and a couple of
Uh-huh.
people on Facebook like would show a quick couple seconds of the, like 2 minutes of the match, whatever. So I mean, I was happy from what I saw. I was definitely happy with stuff I heard. But you could start off because you got a better grasp on it than I do.
Well, to tell you the truth, man, I have not said anything about Impact since Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy had their little kind of Extreme Rules match or whatever match they had.
At the compound.
Yeah, at the
Yeah, yeah,
compound.
yeah. Me,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why that's when I stopped watching too.
Right. So, and I was hearing so much about it. And remember when I was on vacation and I just said, I'm gonna watch Impact. And I watched it that day and I was like, man, it was pretty good. So I was kind of intrigued to see what Slammiversary was going to bring to the table. So, you saw the little clips of EC3. Is he gonna show up? This and that. Who's gonna be the fourth guy in the four-way elimination match for the Impact World Championship? You saw all that type of stuff. Well, bruh, number one, when it came to the matches, I was impressed. To me, every match was good. The ladies' number one contenders match was okay, but other than that, it was a good show. I was very impressed. You had the Rascals start off, and the surprise tag team against them were the Motor City Machine Guns. Come on, Mara, bro. If you saw the matches between the Young Bucks and the Motor City Machine Guns back in the day in Ring of Honor, you know how good of a tag team the Motor City Machine Guns are. And then you had Moose against Tommy Dreamer in a good match. Probably the match that nobody really wanted to see, but it was a good match. To see Tommy Dreamer fall on Tack's chest first, that is crazy. Crazy. We've seen people fall on their backs, but chest first? Wow, amazing. Then
He's nuts.
Heath Slater shows up. He shows up. We see him with Rhino later on the back before he got kicked out the arena. Um, we knew about Gallows and Anderson. They were going to show up because they announced it the day before. You know, Willie Mack and Chris Bay for the X Division Championship. What a match. I mean, Willie Mack, a shorter version of a Keith Lee. Big guy that
Right,
could
right.
move, that could jump. We saw Chris Bay when he was with 205 Live, And then let's get to the championship match. But before that, let's get to the women's championship match because a lot of us said that Deanna Purrazzo should be in the position she's in to get a Impact Women's title shot, and she put on a good show with Jordan Grace. Gotta give her credit. I don't think she should be champion. She should have worked her way up. But hey, give her credit when credit is due. They put on a good match. And then
Right.
now to the Impact Championship match. You know, you had Eddie Edwards, you had Ace Austin, and you had Trey from the Rascals. Rich Swann shows up as the fourth guy, you know, coming off an injury. And then there's a fifth guy, Eric Young. Man, get out,
Yeah, that was
bro.
crazy.
Get out.
That was one of the clips I really saw. Where I was like, wow, they really they dropped some people, so they picked some up.
Yeah.
So I guess they had to change the cheddar to pay these guys because you got to realize something. When you coming from a WWE contract, you making money. Even when
Yes.
you even when you sit in catering all day, you getting paid.
Yes.
So these guys not gonna go work for no pennies. So somebody's purse strings got pretty deep because to pay Eric Young, Heath, EC3,
Yeah.
and the Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers. That's right.
So those are all WWE guys who are making money. So
Yep.
kudos.
Hey, I like to know what are they going to bring in the future now? Will Impact's it look like they on a good run creatively? Storyline looks good. Can they keep it up to get maybe to where AEW is at least or NXT?
Get the fans, and we'll know when the fans get in the arenas, and hopefully, October, November, we'll know by then.
Yeah.
But right now, everything's still like up in the air on who can survive. And my thing is, how you surviving without a gate, without fans in the stands? I mean,
Right.
it must be depending on merchandise for everything.
Yeah,
Because,
I would assume. I can only assume, my brother.
but kudos to them. Eric Young was, I guess, the biggest shock to me.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
And he
I
looked good
told
too. He
Oh
looked
yeah,
good.
you look real good. You look real good. You know,
What
it's just
what
a
a
shame.
waste. What a
Yeah,
waste. They
that's what I was
right,
saying. Wasted talent in WWE. Eric Young, EC3, even the Good Brothers, man. You know.
EC3 was the biggest. I was watching a video on YouTube. What ruined EC3? Like these what ruined
Yeah.
videos. Let me tell you something. They to do how they did EC3, and it's crazy because he came up in their system originally in the first place. So
Yes.
like, and he must either he rubbed somebody the wrong way, or they just didn't like him. I'm starting to think Triple H is not as insightful as we think he is, because I'm hearing little shit here and there. And after this thing I want to talk about this later too, with the whole Paul Heyman AJ Styles thing.
Okay.
It's like Triple H is like kowtowing. He's not making any tough decisions. You know what I mean? He's saying shit out of his ass and not backing it up. And that's not that. It seems like the Triple H of old is coming back from back when he used to politic back in the '90s and the early 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, we shall see, man. We shall see. Of course, we know Triple H is in charge of NXT, but he still got a boss to um, face, and that's Vince Kennedy McMahon, your favorite guy, right?
Ugh. Yeah, I never told you a story about me events. Real quick, back in the Monday Night Raw days at the Manhattan Center,
Yeah.
a lot of you guys don't know this. This is how the Manhattan Center used to work. So it's right on 34th Street. It's about 3 blocks away from the Garden, and the way it's set up like a giant theater. So outside, you can remember this from the Mr. Perfect Shawn Michaels fight outside. If you go back and watch the tape, I'm right outside pushing Mr. Perfect. But um, outside, you line up. It's first come, first serve. Tickets were only $10.
Mm-hmm.
We would be outside from Monday morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, in the cold. January it was freezing, and then the show don't start to 8. They wouldn't let you in until 7:45. It's 8 stories straight up, no elevator. You have to run for your seat. First
Wow.
come, first serve. It was crazy. So you'd have to run up all the way up to the Manhattan to the top floor. So Vince is up there. And this is back when I used to own my own painting company. I used to paint houses.
Uh
And
huh.
I was also starting to wrestle. And I gave Vince my card. I said, Vince, listen, I know you don't I know this is crazy, but I'm trying to get, I like a card if you have one. I'm trying to get into wrestling. He had nothing in. He goes, "Oh, my hands are full, brother. My hands are full." I said, "It's none of your hands, Vince. Just say you don't want the card." My hands are full, brother. So from that day, I always had a problem with McMahon because he lied to your face. My hands are full, brother. Nothing in your hands, Vince. There's nothing in your hands. He was sitting right at commentary with Jerry Lawler and Macho.
Right.
We would sit right behind them. It was crazy. I've been off Vince since from day one. So that's my Vince
Oh,
story. Sorry.
the truth comes out on why he does not like Vince McMahon.
Nah, cause just say, hey man, listen, if you want to do a tryout, go here. My hands are full. My hands are full, brother. Your hands are wide open. Look at your hands. Nothing in them.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh man. Let's get into tonight's pay-per-view. As you know, the horror show at Extreme Rules is tonight. Um, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Central Time. Let's get straight into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The New Day versus Cesaro.
New Day.
Who? 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 Who?
Who? Who? Who?
The New Day against Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to go first on this one, my brother. We are doing predictions on all of the fights. Oh, man. New Day losing the belts today, brother. New Day are losing the belts. Um, New Day winning doesn't even do them anything. New Day losing won't do them anything. You know, they're one of the top selling groups when it comes to merchandise, entertaining, you know, been together for a very, very long time. But Cesaro and Nakamura are so underrated that you got to do something with them. You have to. And with that being said, they're getting the belts. Because we both know that Nakamura and Shinsuke are world championship talent. They should be world champions. And the WWE has not utilized them correctly. But tonight, they will become tag team champions for SmackDown. What you say?
Nope.
Oh, he says no. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
Being that New Day has top selling merchandise and Xavier coming back soon, I don't think they'll do a title change. I think today you see you see Shinsuke turn
You
face
think
again.
Shinsuke gonna turn?
I think he's gonna turn face again.
Oh boy.
I know it sounds crazy, but when's the last time we seen a turn? Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Been a
while.
while.
Definitely.
Been a, been a while since we seen a turn, and I think that there's a perfect way to put Shinsuke and Cesaro into a feud with each other. They will complement each other. Um, it's so tough to even talk about those two together. I mean, you think maybe you could be right. Is WWE going to throw them a bone and give them the tag team titles? I mean, it does nothing for anybody. Tell you the truth. I mean, Cesaro been a tag champ already. I mean, Nakamura been IC champ. Um, should have been heavyweight champ. Cesaro is one of those overlooked guys for the last 5 years. Who's it's a tragedy how he's not heavyweight champion.
Big time.
It's a tragedy how both of them. I don't understand how you bring Shinsuke in so hot like that, and then you turn him heel, which is the biggest mistake ever.
Mm-hmm.
I had no problem with him losing to AJ, but they could have kept that going, good guy thing for the longest time, and eventually give Shinsuke the title. What makes me mad is I got no problem with Jinder being champ. Kind of like Ginger as champ. I think he put
Yeah.
his time in, and it was they threw him a bone because of his work ethic and his body looking good and everything. I get it. They wanted to do that little India tour with him as champion, which never really materialized. But if you're gonna give Jinder Mahal the title, you don't give Shinsuke the title, who's one of the top stars in Japan over the last 10 years. It doesn't make sense. This is me. That's once again Vince McMahon with his stupidity that has a guy, and the title doesn't mean anything anymore, and that's a problem for me. That the title used to mean so much. Whoever's a champion, it'd be a big deal. It doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't
I'll,
mean if you're not world champion anymore, it doesn't matter.
I'll say this though, bro. It's crazy how these guys can get the biggest pop and the biggest support from fans. Example: Cesaro, WrestleMania 30, winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, had
Biggest
Big
pop.
Show, yeah, over his shoulders and threw him over the top rope easily. How you don't put this guy on a run? Shinsuke coming in from NXT so hot, rolling through competition, and then like you said, at the last second, you just turn him heel. You know, booking the wrong way totally. And what is
My
that?
mom's calling, so I'm trying to let her know I'm doing a show, so I can't talk. I'm on a
so
podcast. I'll call you back. Sorry.
so you know they done him wrong. They utilized him wrong. But you see him losing. You see New Day winning. I see New
Yeah.
Day losing.
You know why? So, like I tell you, the climate today with everything about being about color right now, I don't see them taking the titles from them. I just don't. I don't see them taking titles from them. There's nobody in New Day's caliber right now. The Usos are hurt again, right? One of them are hurt, right?
Yeah, Usos are hurt. Correct.
That's their only competition. They need the tag team division is definitely depleted, and I don't see what it does to give Shinsuke and Cesaro the titles. Just they're gonna drop them again anyway. They're gonna drop them right back to New Day if they get them. So what's the
Oh,
point of
oh, of
it?
course. Yeah.
There's no future for Shinsuke. There's no future for Shinsuke and Cesaro with the titles. I don't think they're gonna take from New Day. I think New Day too popular. I think the podcast is too popular. Their merchandise, everything going. With Xavier coming back with the climate today, I say New Day stay your tag team champions.
All right. The United States Championship match: Apollo Crews against MVP. I will let you go first.
Before we get into that, I want to ask you a question.
Uh huh.
Do you like the new US title?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, money's tight right now because of everything going on.
Right.
But if they send me another stimulus check, I have four belts that are on my list that I want to get.
Okay.
The North American title, I love it. I love that title.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm in love with it.
Very old school.
Yeah, and that's crazy. You said that. I'm getting the old. Remember the old US title that Luger used to wear?
Yes. Yes.
I'm getting that one, and
Okay.
I'm getting the Eddie Guerrero slash Brock Lesnar heavyweight title. Remember that one?
The undisputed title.
Right, the disputed.
Yeah.
And then of course now I never liked any US title other than the old Lex Luger one. I want this US title. The only downfall of this US title is that United States is smaller. Champion's too big. I think United States should be a little bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and a champion be a little smaller. But other than that, I think the setup's nice. I love the way it looks. I love it.
It's clean, bro. It's
I
clean.
can't I can't wait to be one of the first MVS guys to show my US title at WrestleMania in March. So, but
Yes, indeed.
I like it.
Trohan says, "Bruh, I get another check. I'm buying two belts."
Bro, Trohan, I'm with you, bro. It might happen. All right, so I'm very on the fence with this match. I do want to point out there are a lot of minorities wrestling tonight.
Yeah.
A lot. Now, I don't know what happened with MVP because they brought MVP back just to be on the mic. And something has changed. Something has definitely changed. Now, with Vince, it's so tough. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get in Vince's head, which I can't do because he's cuckoo for cocoa puffs. But I think MVP is going to take the title, and
Mm.
I think it's going to cause a rift between him and Lashley.
Mm.
I think Lashley's a face works better, especially if Brock comes back, which ain't gonna happen for a while. But I think
Right.
they're I think they're looking 3 4 months down the road because they're looking. Everybody's antsy. We're all anxious to get back into the arena. All of us are. So imagine
Yes.
how they feel. So they got to be laying the groundwork because they realize they got to their ratings are down. Their
Yep.
ratings are terrible.
Very terrible.
They gotta do something to make us watch. And who watches to watch Apollo Crews? I don't. I love Apollo. Great talent,
Hmm.
great wrestler, but his time is past. I'm glad he gave him the title. But you know what? You're not gonna say, "Oh, can't wait to see Apollo." You watch MVP because MVP is a character.
Yes.
You tune in to watch MVP, and we gotta start thinking in those aspects instead of start thinking what should be and what's gotta be. So I think MVP elevates the title. He ain't had a title in 10 years, not that long, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And think about him. That even solidifies his stable even more. You know, the new
Right.
the new the new nation of domination, as I'm calling it, because that's what it is, bro. So I think Bobby Lashley interferes, helps MVP get the title, and then over the next coming weeks, you see the rift between those two as well.
Mm.
Cedric, even Cedric Alexander might interfere tonight and help MVP.
Well, my brother, I'm saying Apollo Crews will stay as champion.
Mm.
Okay. You make some valid points, but I don't see them putting a belt on MVP when he's basically a manager right now in a manager position for Bobby Lashley and trying to start a stable. Now, if Bobby Lashley was in the match, I think that's a different story. I believe Apollo Crews will win. I believe Bobby Lashley will try to interfere, but that's when Ricochet and Cedric will come in and help out, and Apollo Crews will stay as champion. I think they got something with Apollo Crews, and they're trying to build with it. They've given him his shot finally after all these years.
He's
Okay,
injury prone.
he's injury prone, but that last injury, I don't think he was ever hurt. I think that's just to get AJ in the ladder match instead of him.
You could be right. I'm going off base, because I noticed something. I was watching the show last week and the show the week before. I've been agreeing with you too much, so I already know where you were going this week. See if you notice, we got two opposites already. But yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about MVP wins the title and tomorrow night lays down for Lashley? Just lays down.
Hey, he's trying to help Lashley out. I
He
can see it
lays.
happening.
See
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Kevin Nash,
Kevin Nash,
Nash
Hollywood
Hogan.
Hogan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we need some shit. We need some shit to shock us, bro. But you have your point's great about the other guys coming in to help, which is entertaining both ways. So I'm not
Right.
mad either way. I won't be mad if Apollo wins. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I just think that MVP elevates the title. So that's me.
Un-
Okay.
Understandable. Understandable. All right. The eye for an eye match. Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio. Bro, I'm kind of hoping this is the main event. I don't know about you. You got thumbs down with that one. All right, we disagree. Yeah, we disagreeing a lot so far. Uh, I mean, I just don't see no other match that could be main event status on this card. To be honest with you,
I
but
do.
you do? Oh man, oh man.
Oscar Sasha,
Yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah,
especially if Sasha's winning. We can get to that later.
yeah.
But
We get to that later. So here's where I am with this match. The build up for this match has been great. Even getting Dominic involved, getting Aleister Black involved, getting Umberto involved, getting Seth's disciples involved. So everybody has gotten involved in this storyline one way or the other. Okay, great. Now let's get into details of things. Rey Mysterio is not under contract.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that is crazy. He's not under contract. So I'm like, who to pick? Okay. What happens if Ray wins and he's not under contract? Okay. What happens if Dominic interferes one way or the other? A sure pick is Seth because he's under contract. So it's conflicting on like who to pick. And then the only way to win is to extract someone's eye out. Like, seriously? How y'all gonna go even show that on TV? Extract someone's eye out. But I mean, I think they're gonna put on a good show. To me, Seth can do that. Ray's older, but Ray can still perform in the ring.
Ray looks good.
Oh yeah,
He's moving good. It's shocking. It's shocking him. I mean, he's really 41, 42. To me, he's
yeah,
moving. Really, he's moving like normal, which is good to do so much.
right. But I'm gonna go with Seth. I'm gonna pick Seth. Um, I hope Dominic doesn't turn his back on his father. I do not want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see
Even
that.
yeah, well maybe Trohan. He might want to see that, but I think Seth wins. But you could put this into it also. Seth already hurt Ray's eye, so Ray gets revenge. I don't know. It's just the fact that Ray's not under contract. I'm gonna go with Seth.
Who who won Monday night?
Kevin Owens.
Beat Seth again.
Yeah,
Who won at WrestleMania? Kevin Owens.
Kevin
Beat Seth.
Owens.
He ain't losing. Seth ain't losing another match on pay per view, bro. There's no way.
Yeah, because he lost at Mania. He lost to Drew. Yeah,
Losing a lot.
yeah.
They got to give him a win to put him over. Um, the contract thing doesn't bother me because they're gonna throw money at him. He's smart because AEW don't offer the money too. They want to snatch him up.
Uh-huh.
So WWE's going to throw all caution to the wind to keep Ray, and to keep Ray, that means Dominic got a contract too because he wants his son, and Dominic has impressed me. You
Yeah.
know, his body's not all the way there where it should be yet,
Right.
but he moves in the ring.
He's only 18, right?
18, 19, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
He's still got a
He
ways
got a
to go.
long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Throw his ass in NXT. Um, but I think that they see something in Dominic. I think they see something in him.
Yeah.
So I think other than Sasha and Oscar, they're gonna steal the show. Well, not Drew and Ziggler too gonna steal the show. But I gotta agree with you that Seth's gonna win this one, and I think that it might be because Dominic accidentally does something. Doesn't break them up, of course, but I mean, we've seen stranger shit. You know, imagine if Dominic became a disciple. That shit, Troyan's right. That shit would be crazy. That would be awesome. I mean, I don't want to see it, you know, because if there are fans in the arena, yes, because you want to hear that turn when he whatever. But I think it's going to be just a regular straight up match. I don't know how to go to the eye thing. That's why I put my thumbs down. I hate those gimmick matches where, and when you
Right.
lose, we're going to set you on fire. That's some good shit. You know? Um, here's Vince. Here's what we're going to do. After the end of the match, we're going to rip his eye out, and you're going to eat it. You know what I mean? So I see Seth winning with a poke to the eye, Roddy Piper style. Who knows? But
Hey, do you think this rivalry may continue at SummerSlam?
it could because it is a good rivalry. But you might even see some tag matches coming up with these guys to put Alistair in the mix.
Yeah.
Umberto. I'm not a big Umberto fan, just so you know.
I like Umberto. I like him.
If he cuts his hair, that lapping over shit, you know.
That's
I,
him.
I like Alistair a lot. I want Alistair to get a push. He deserves it, but
I agree.
he can't stay healthy, man.
Right. I agree.
But I love him. I love him a lot. I love to see him get a title down the road. But I say Seth wins. I agree with you on that one.
Seth Rollins for the win. Now we're about to get into my man Tony's favorite match of the night, which is gonna be the swamp fight between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. We're
Wake
gonna
me up.
let Tony go first.
Oh,
Don't
I'll say wake me up when you're done. Okay, so look, I think the vignettes have been good.
yeah.
Bray Wyatt's a win, no matter what he does. The guy is on point. He's on point. Um, if they do this the same way they did the Boneyard match and make it competitive, and I will have no problem with it. But they have to have the good production value. They have to have some good fucking special effects. They can't come with no bullshit, you know. Um, I'd love to see it in a real swamp. I'd love to see a chick come out, Sister Abigail, and drag Braun Strowman the hell down, some shit like that, you know.
yeah.
But I'm just hoping it's entertaining. I've already reserved my mind, like, okay, I got to deal with this shit with no fans, and because you know me, I scream at home when they're fans. I love to be part of the action, you know.
Exactly. All of us.
But
Yes.
I've already said, okay, got to deal with this shit. So at least make it entertaining for me because I gotta watch because I do this show once a week. So I gotta watch wrestling just for this show out of respect for you and the 5 people that watching us right now, whatever. But my thing is this: if they don't give Bray the title, I'll be pissed the fuck off.
Well, it's a non-title match tonight.
Oh, it is not title. Wait a
Non-title.
minute, they gotta announce it's a title match, bro.
Non-title, bro. I'm telling
Come
you.
on. If that's the case, I thought it was for the title.
Non-title match.
Roman's showing up. Roman's gonna show up.
What up,
Roman's
Big
gonna sh-
Roo?
Roman's gonna show up, and
Who? Roman
Rowan,
Reigns?
Rowan,
Oh, Roman. Okay. Okay.
Rowan's gonna show up, and he's because if you know watch all the vignettes, Rowan's in them,
Yeah.
but Brody Lee's not.
Right.
So Rowan's gonna show up, help Bray win. See what? Why are they keeping the fucking title on Braun unless they're gonna turn him heel? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna turn him heel because these promos he's been doing, bro, it's kind of crazy because it's not his usual self.
I hate
But
him.
but I will say this: I think Braun wins tonight. I think Braun. You turning your face at me, but hear me out. Hear me out. I think Braun wins tonight. This swamp fight. I don't know what's gonna happen in this swamp fight, but Braun wins. But I'm telling you, this sets up Braun versus The Fiend at SummerSlam. This is setting it up. The Fiend gets his belt back at SummerSlam. I'm telling you, we're going through all phases of Bray with Braun Strowman. We got Firefly Funhouse Bray. We had that the first time. Braun won. We got Follow the Buzzers Bray. I think Braun wins this one. And then on SmackDown Friday night, I think we're going to see the Fiend show up, and that sets it up to where at SummerSlam the Fiend will regain the Universal Championship.
If they're going that route, I'm fine with it because Bray Wyatt deserves a championship.
Without a doubt.
So, I mean, they're just keeping the belt warm for Roman anyway. Have you seen Roman? Have you seen Roman's new pick,
Yeah, working out in the Rock's gym. Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
Yo, the boy is jacked.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I think they setting up the Rock Roman Reigns match for Mania.
Hey, I hope so. Because guess who's going to be in attendance? You and I for sure.
Listen, bro, if I gotta beg, borrow, and steal, it's gonna happen this year. But I hope you're right. But I think Bray's gonna win, which still sets up SummerSlam anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Bray's gonna win. But I don't like looking at men's bodies. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I need to I need to call The Rock on the phone because whatever pancakes he's eating, they make you grow muscles. Cause I never seen Roman. Cause that was my one issue with Roman Reigns. That he don't. He's built good, but he's naturally built. He don't work hard. You could tell he don't work hard.
You don't
You
think
could
so?
tell. Nah, he's naturally muscular.
Bruh, compared to
Ne-
when he was in FCW to
no,
now,
he was skinnier though. But he just he. If
he
you
put on
look at
weight by
Roman,
lifting.
yeah, but that vest hides a lot. But when he looks right now, his arms are jacked more. His arms are getting at least 2 inches, bro. He right now, he should come back tomorrow, bro. Should come and just fuck up everybody tomorrow.
Nah, he ain't coming tomorrow. He got to get a little bit bigger in his eyes. He gonna get bigger.
Right, right. You're right.
Hey, Slick says Braun hasn't exactly moved mountains as champion, and his promo skills leave much to be desired. Slick, that hype is over with this dude, bruh. That Ben died. They
Turn
messed
him,
up.
turn him heel again. He'll be better as a heel. Nobody likes him as a face. You can't have a dude that big that's not established as a face. The Big Show, yes, because the Big Show has put his time in.
Yes.
But you got a big man like that, and he's very limited in the ring. Big Show has a more versatile arsenal moveset than Braun does. This shit he goes and runs. Who gives a shit? Sit your big ass. Sit your big ass down. God, I swear, I wish I was 10 years younger, man. I swear to God, it makes me so mad. But yes, he's a waste to me. It's like, who? I ask this question every week. Who books this shit?
Bruce Pritchard?
Fuck him too. Yo, Slick. Fuck Braun Strowman.
Oh man. All right. WWE Women's SmackDown Championship. Bayley versus Nikki Cross. I'm gonna go ahead and start this off. Nikki Cross not winning tonight, bro. Nikki Cross is not winning tonight. I don't care what Alexa Bliss does to interfere in this match. It's not gonna happen. I think you still see Sasha come out sometime during the match. She might come out with Bayley. We don't know. But end of the day, they're giving Nikki Cross a title shot, and this is not Nikki Cross's first title shot. She wrestled Bayley sometime last year, I believe, for the same belt. Nikki's not winning this belt, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way. I mean, if this was Alexa, I might say something else because Alexa has more star power than Nikki, and yes, they're trying to build Nikki up, but you have a good thing going with Bayley and Sasha. Yes, they're the tag team champs. Yes, Bayley is a SmackDown Women's Champion. You have no Charlotte. You have no Becky. So who are two women on the roster that can take y'all to where you want to go when the other two main event women superstars you have are out? That's Sasha and that's Bayley. They have been gold for quite some time now. You have to ride this train for a long time.
Till the wheels come off.
Yes. Bayley wins tonight. Bayley.
I hate to agree with you, my friend, because this show is not supposed to be about us agreeing with each other. I'm supposed to be playing the heel role, but right when you're right, you're right. Sorry, my little gimbal thing's giving me little issues. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I never thought I would say this. I always liked Bayley. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I always liked her. I liked her as I loved her as the hugging thing or whatever. Her and Sasha and Take Over Brooklyn still to this day one of the best matches I've seen. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. I'm gonna crunch your ear, but I'm eating all day. Um Bailey as Karen, I call her Karen. Because she looks like a Karen.
Call her Pam, bro. Her real name is Pam. For real, her real name is Pam.
It is, I know. She has been money.
Yeah.
Crybaby, obnoxious, everything you want to heel. People didn't think she's gonna be believable as a heel. She's believable.
Let me stop you right there. When Charlotte came on SmackDown and cut that promo on them and had that match, do you think that helped people really see Bayley as a heel finally?
Yeah. Definitely. That's Charlotte's. Charlotte has an effect. You know, you can't. You got to elevate your game when you're in the ring with her on the mic too.
Yeah.
But you got to realize they're all cut from the same cloth. They're all horsewomen. They're all horsewomen, and they all came up in an NXT system together. Dusty mentored all of them.
Yep.
Not to mention Ric Flair. You know, she got she got the DNA.
Yes.
But I think Bailey retains easily. Nikki's a good persona on TV
Yeah.
and everything, but I just don't know, what it, I think I like her better as a heel. You know, I don't know, maybe they're gonna try something maybe where they break her and Alexa up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sorry, I'm still learning this thing. I think they're gonna do where they break Alexa and her up, and maybe it's those two against each other for a while. But Pam is keeping the title.
There
Pam,
you have it. Pam. That's Bailey, if you didn't know. Yeah, I remember watching what was it, Sasha
yeah.
365?
Hmm.
And she said, we're gonna pick up Pam. I'm like, who the hell is Pam? Oh, Bailey. Oh, yes indeed.
Hi, Pam.
Yes indeed. All right. Now here we go. Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka versus Sasha Banks. I'll let you go first.
Everybody knows. I say it every time we talk about Sasha. Sasha was my wife. We got divorced. We found our way back to each other, and we living in heart. We living the life right now. Sasha Banks. She has been gold for the last 2 3 months
Yes.
since she came back. Since she gave the kiboshi to Natalie, the kiboshi,
Yeah.
she has really elevated everything in the ring. Her mic work. She looks great, even when she's not wrestling. She's very fashionable, very
Very.
fashionable.
Yes.
And in the ring, she is just killing it. Um, Timing is an issue with this right now, and I'm worried because Oscar has not had the belt long enough. But if WWE is smart, I think they're going to do the right thing. I think we'll see the women's tag team champions be dual champions. I think you're going to see Bailey, Dos, what's it, Bailey, what's it, Bailey Dos
Those
belts,
belts. Uh-huh.
and Sasha,
Two belt banks.
2 belt banks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, what a way to, bro. They could just hold both those titles for a while and control the women's division. Go to NXT, go to SmackDown, and beat up everybody, and make them the powerhouse team that they're supposed to be, and then break them up at right before WrestleMania, whatever. Have them lose the tag titles, and then title for title at Mania,
Mm.
and
Well.
give Sasha her dub at Mania.
Oh, what I mark out for that 0-5 at WrestleMania. Unbelievable, man. But I got to disagree with you. Yes, I say ride the train, but Sasha not going to win tonight. She's not going to win tonight. Something happens in this match to where there's a rematch at SummerSlam, and that's when Sasha wins. I don't see it happening tonight. Don't forget about Io Shirai. Might pop out of nowhere. We don't know. But I think these two, Asuka and Sasha, will put on a good match. They will. Hands down. Hands down. But not tonight for Sasha. I like to see it, but you said it. Asuka has not been champion long enough. So you got to give her a little run at least. At least to SummerSlam, maybe. Didn't take the belt of her there. But now I think Asuka somehow retains tonight. I don't know. I hope Bailey doesn't interfere and messes up the wrong way to where it makes them fight each other at SummerSlam. I don't want that. Ride the train to Mania and have them face each other there. But Asuka wins tonight.
Wow, I'm shocked to you say that.
I know, huh? It hurts.
Shocked.
Trust me. Y'all know I love my wife Sasha. Y'all know I do.
Hey, whoa, watch, yeah. You steal everybody's dibs.
Hey.
We've never talked about this outright on the show. Let's get this shit out the way right now. You have stolen everybody else's dibs. Okay, I never had dibs. I don't need dibs. See,
there you go.
I don't need dibs. See, you're like, oh, Mr. Steal your dibs. You can't steal dibs that I don't have. She's mine. That's the end of the story. I don't need dibs. Me and Sasha go way back. Okay.
Hey, bro. Let me tell you something. You remember that time y'all kind of got into it in that wrestling hotel lobby?
Yeah, I remember. Me and Sasha had those.
Yeah. And you see who she ran to, huh? You see all the pictures I got with her, right?
Listen, I had to make a choice between my son and Sasha. It was close. He almost lost.
Oh man, when I met her for the second time, man, I showed her that picture. She go, I remember this. This was in New Orleans. I was like, yeah. She remembered me. Hey, Trohan, shut up. He did tantalizing is not speaking. He just stated some fiction. Shut up.
Trohan, fight the power.
Oh man. Yes indeed. Hey, Rufus. Every time you go at me about Sasha, you lose, bro. Come on, bro. You keep signing those L's. Just stop it, Rufus. Stop it.
Sasha, between when we talk about her, selling Sasha a hoe.
Yeah, that ain't nice, though.
Just saying.
That ain't nice, bro. That ain't nice. Nah.
We all had a piece look like.
All right, bro. Let's go into what may be the main event, the WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre defending his belt against Dolph Ziggler. And I'm going to go with it first. Kind of crazy. The Rock put out a tweet saying Dolph should be the champion. Whoa! The Rock said that. But I was happy that Drew responded and said it doesn't matter what you think, Rock. That was great. That was good. I think this is going to be a good match. I believe, well, we all know Dolph is a good in-ring performer. I think we all can agree on that. And no matter what type of match Dolph has been in, he puts on a show. And he can sell. But it's Drew's time. And it's going to be Drew's time for a little bit longer. Drew McIntyre is not losing a belt. I don't care what type of stipulation Dolph picks. Dolph can say you cannot do the Claymore. Dolph can say you got to wrestle me with your hands tied behind your back. Dolph can say you got to wrestle me with your feet tied together. I don't care what the stipulation is going to be. Drew McIntyre will still come out as WWE champion.
Dolph Ziggler, great in-ring talent, as you said. Modern day Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I think it's Adam Cole, but I'm not going to disagree. But I think it's Adam Cole. We're close, yeah.
The guy bumps like no one else. When he puts you over, he puts you over.
Yeah.
They've done Dolph wrong for a long period of time. Don't know why. That's why I'm going to say it. New WWE champion, Dolph Ziggler. In an upset. Shocked, right?
Yeah. Big time shock.
I say, oh, I'm shaking. I say somebody interferes, don't know who, because Heath can't interfere. I say Dolph going to win the title tonight. In a shock.
Nah.
In an upset.
Nah.
Bro. We haven't seen nothing shocking in so long. What has shocked you? Stop. What has shocked you? What has shocked you in the last 6 months? What has shocked you since the pandemic? Name one thing in wrestling in WWE has shocked you.
In WWE, that has shocked me. Nothing.
You can't. Nobody see us coming. Dolph gonna win the title tonight. He's been on social media too much. He put something out the other day about I forgot what site it was, but WWE doesn't want him as champion because his hair was too long. He's been outright he's been out there on social media saying, "Oh, the powers that be don't want to be champion. They've held him back." It's a swerve, bro. Dolph gonna win that title somehow. Jinder Mahal.
You saying gender will interfere?
I'm telling you, something's gonna happen, bro. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling that something's gonna happen tonight, and Dolph's gonna win that title. I don't know why I feel it, but no, who would see that coming?
Nobody.
They need ratings, bro. That made people tune in tomorrow night. What's gonna make you tune in tomorrow? Nothing.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, nothing. MVP winning, Sasha winning, maybe. But if you hear that Dolph's the champ, like what? Dolph Ziggler. He might win it back tomorrow. Drew might win it back on Raw.
He might. He might if it happens.
Dolph's gonna win. Watch.
Oh man.
If it is, I'm going Lava MVS. I told you. I told you.
Yes indeed. Before we get into what you want to talk about in regards to AJ, Paul Heyman, and Gallows and Anderson, Trohan, let me tell you something, bro. I like why y'all come at me all the time with y'all statements? Y'all don't go at Tony. Y'all come at me. What, I look like a punk to y'all? Man, let me tell y'all something, bro. Anyway, Trohan said I wouldn't have met Sasha for the first time without him, and it's the truth. It's the truth. He's not lying because I was at work years ago. It's like right after 32, right after it. And Trohan sent me a text. He said, "Hey man, Sasha gonna be at the cricket store today." I said, "What?" Bro, when I got off of work, I jetted home, shower quick, threw on my Sasha shirt, threw some pants on, the hat, and I sped across the river to New Orleans. And I hopped in line with Trohan. He was already there. So yeah, that was the first time I met Sasha, and he's absolutely right. All right, I'm coming over here doing that type of stuff, man. Like making me shame and all that. Yeah, you right. Don't do that no more, Trohan. Don't do that no more. All right. So my man here, Tanner and Tony, got something to say about AJ Styles, Paul Heyman, and the Good Brothers. As you know, story came out that Paul Heyman got the Good Brothers fired. When AJ asked Vince about it, they kind of denied it at first. AJ asked somebody else twice. That dude said it was true. AJ got upset and he asked to be moved to SmackDown because Paul Heyman was still in charge of Raw. So I'm go ahead and let Taylor and Tony say what he got to say. And what I just said was what was put out there. All right, that's not me saying that's true or not. I'm just saying what was put out there. Tantalizing one, floor is yours, my man.
I'm gonna say one thing in the reference to what you said to Trohan about why you Mr. Tony. Everybody in MVS knows that you mess with me, I'll cut a promo 7 hours long and make you watch that shit. Ain't nobody as great as everybody is in MVS. Great people. One thing you guys are not, you're not tantalizing. I'm the only tantalizing one in here. And when I talk, people listen. And if I cut a promo on y'all, it's gonna be detrimental to your health, and no one wants that. So that being said, so I got a little insight on this.
Okay.
As y'all well know, I used to work for ECW. Paul Heyman was my boss for 2 years. For a year and a half, I was ring crew. We used to bring the ring all the way from Queens, Long Island, really, drive it all the way to Philly, put it together in the bingo hall on Saturday morning. We work out in the ring, do our thing. The wrestlers would wrestle. We break the ring down, drive it back to Long Island. Paul Lee, owner of ECW, was in charge of everything. He was in charge of Tom Gordon, all those guys, everything. I have firsthand seen Paul Heyman tell a wrestler to his face that they're gonna be champion, and it never materialized. I watched him when Hawk when, when Hawk was still alive. When Hawk came to ECW, I watched Paul Heyman tell him he's gonna give him the world, the moon, the stars, everything. Never happened. I have watched Paul Heyman say he's gonna pay us next week. Never paid us. We used to come down from Long Island to Philly, which is a 5-hour drive back and forth. He never paid us. I kid you not. He owes wrestlers money. Tommy Dreamer to this day, they're still friends. But if you ever listen to Tommy Dreamer on Busted Open, he tells you what kind of dude Paul Heyman is. I think Paul Heyman is a wrestling genius when it comes to his mind and what he does. But as a person, he's a fucking scumbag. He'll look you in your eye and tell you to your face something, and he knows he's lying. So if AJ says that happened, it fucking happened. And it goes to show you that it's a jealousy thing with Heyman because what the fuck does it matter to him? The money wasn't coming out of his pocket that Gallows and Anderson were getting paid. He's upset they're making so much money. Why? Because you can't give Brock some more money for not doing anything? Because you know that Heyman gets a piece of Brock's contract.
Yeah.
They have something set up between each other. So he wants more money for himself. That's how he is. Not that they were using the Good Brothers anyway, but you keep on your main star. Who AJ's your main star? He's your workhorse. He's the best thing going today. And he's gonna be WWE champion again before Mania or by Mania. How do you send his two best friends their walking papers? How? So it goes to show you the politics have not stopped in WWE. It goes to show you that Vince, as much as a boss as he's supposed to be, he could have overrode that shit. He's the final word. How do you let these two guys go when they were just in the best match on WrestleMania, the Boneyard match, a match that should not have been good at all, that should have been a piece of shit match, that was maybe one of the greatest things we've all ever seen in a non-wrestling ring, wrestling related. So fuck Paul Heyman too. And I used to be a Paul Heyman guy, even though I know he's a liar and a cheat. But this is the thing: we gotta stop. We gotta stop accepting our role models just because we love them, just because we like them. Like he doesn't do right by people, you know. And Triple H is becoming a bitch too, if you ask me, because he gave Gallows his word too that they weren't going anywhere. They turned down big money from AEW, and I know for a fact that Impact ain't matching AEW's money. They probably lost by $500,000. So that's a scumbag move right there. So fuck Paul Heyman, fuck Triple H, and fuck Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I'm gonna say this: when those two guys got furloughed and fired, AJ was hurt. He sat down and said, "Man, he wished he could have fought harder for his brothers." And then when that word got out that Paul Heyman did that, oh yeah, he was mad. Every right to be mad because it wasn't part of the furlough plan. It was Paul Heyman saying they gotta go. So he had every right to be mad. I saw somebody sit there and say, "Well, what's AJ, upset about? They wasn't even using him." Bruh, do you realize how tight AJ and the Good Brothers are? We talk about going back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I don't what were they together in TNA also before New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Only Gallows.
Only Gallows. Okay, so them dudes are all tight. Okay, them dudes are tight. Like he said, that's like his brothers. So yeah, I understand why AJ is upset. Totally understand. And like what Tony was saying, AJ is your biggest star on SmackDown right now. Right now, and he's one of your biggest stars. Period. Why
He's
was
your
he
big,
on the?
he's your biggest star. Period.
He's on the cover of WWE 2K19. Okay, not 20, 19. Do you know why he's on the cover? Think about everything he did for that company during that year. World champion, AJ on tour. Yo, AJ, we need you to go to Minnesota to fight Finn. Such and such is sick and can't do it. While he's in South America, get on a flight, fly to Minnesota. AJ did so much for that company. So you think AJ would have a little say with things? But other than that, I understand why AJ's upset. I'm on AJ's side. That's totally messed up. And the Good Brothers were not utilized correctly also in that company. So,
It goes to show you these guys with all the stroke, with all these grand plans, don't know what to do when they have you. It's like a waste. It's like I hope they don't fuck up what used to be the era on the main roster if they
oh,
come.
bro.
Like
Oh,
I
bro.
mean, you've already fucked Bobby Roode. Like Bobby Roode was my dude.
Yeah.
Like Bobby Roode should have been champ. You know, just
Yeah.
just for his ring entrance alone. I mean,
Glorious.
and then he put fucking what's his name with him? Spanky, whatever his fucking name is, Shorty G. You know,
Oh, Shorty G. Yeah.
uh, Chad Gable, which is another waste of a talent. Guy's talented, wasted him. You know, Shelton Benjamin, wasted. There's a list of people
It's a
you
whole list,
wasted,
bro. Whole
wasting
list.
them. Ty Dillinger, still to this day, I'm so mad about that. That gimmick was the best.
Oh man, don't
The
remind me, bro.
the music alone, dun, 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 yo, alone at the Rumble was awesome. When Heyman versus Matt at freaking in New Orleans,
Yes.
delete 10, delete 10. How do you let Matt Hardy go? Like, come on.
Back to
But
what Tony. Back to
Braun
what Tony
Strowman has a
was.
job.
Back to what Tony was saying in regards to Triple H and Gallows and Anderson when they were renewing their contract. Yes, AEW offered them a lot of money, and Triple H sat there and said, "Why do you want to go to AEW? They may not be around in a year." That was his exact words, and they resigned the contract because they were offered money that they couldn't turn down. Even though they probably knew in their head, we're not on TV a lot. We might not be on TV a lot again, but that's money. It's hard to turn out a lot of money like that. So that was on their Talking Shop podcast where they said that. Yep. Trohan says for every good person that we just announced, they should have been champ. They'll be playing hot potato with titles. Yeah, but Trohan, but still.
I'd rather that. I hate a lot of title changes, but they've already done it. They've done it before. They've done it in the past. They used to do it. They did it in the mid 2000s. Cena be champ, Randy Orton. They would go back and listen. At least to show these guys some respect. Right now with COVID-19, hot potato the title. Nobody gives a shit. At least that way, it's on their fucking resume. WWE champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Dolph never been WWE champion. He's been world champion twice.
Been world champion. Yeah.
Listen, it's a lot of things that we could go back and forth with and watch. They do to watch, shouldn't they? But at the end of the day, these guys put their body on the line, and someone like Dolph Ziggler, he deserves it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
Puts everybody over.
Yep.
Goldberg, he made Goldberg like a G. I hate Goldberg, bro.
I know you do, bro.
Oh, with a passion. Always have. I think he's a waste. He put my boy Brett out. So much more time Brett could have wrestled, And
Yeah.
oh God, don't get him
Boy,
started.
Brett hates his guts with the most
He should
ultimate passion, man. Big
kick
time.
him, kicked him in the head in his career. He should hate him. If I ever saw Goldberg in real life, I would fight Goldberg. I really would. I hate that motherfucker that much. There's a lot of people I say I hate him and Hulk Hogan. Like Vince, I don't like. I would never try to fight Vince because Vince, he's an old man, whatever. But I would try to fight Hulk Hogan, and I would try
Hmm.
to fight Goldberg. I would try to fuck them up. I really would. I never tell my Hulk Hogan story. Save it for
No,
another day. Oh
you
my
show.
God.
You show.
Okay, real quick.
Go ahead.
As a kid, the reason why I love wrestling so much, oh my God, I told her not to call me. Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah, you there?
The
We
reason
see you.
the reason why I love wrestling so much is my uncle, who was a big wrestling fan from back in the day, Gorgeous George, all the old school.
Yeah.
He got me into wrestling. I didn't like wrestling. I didn't like it at all. I was like, this is some stupidity. And he took me to a match at the Garden, and I fell in love with it. So I was there when Hogan beat the Iron Sheik in Madison
Okay.
Square Garden. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Gotta realize I lived in Manhattan there. We lived like 100 blocks away, which is a train ride, 8 stops, and you're there. So I remember the exact time Hogan was wrestling um Piper in a house show. And the way the Madison Square Garden is run, the way they used to do it is the parking lot is across the street.
Uh huh.
So here's the garden, and then you got to go across the street and down into the parking garage. So all the wrestlers had to park down there. So we would go down the ramp and wait for the wrestlers. So Hogan was walking past. I said, Hulk, can I get your autograph? Please, please. He's like, no lie. I think I must have been maybe 13, 14. Fuck you, kid. I got time. No lie. My uncle was like 68, 69 time. My uncle was not a violent person. My uncle was one of the. My uncle does not. My uncle has passed away. He basically raised me. He does. He was not a violent person at all. I never seen my uncle curse in my life. He wanted to kill Hulk Hogan. He's like, that's my
Wow.
nephew. How are you? What? It's crazy. And I've never liked Hulk Hogan. When Hogan came out, he said the N word. I believed it from the day one. I
Uh
never liked Hulk Hogan. When we were in Florida, everybody went to go Hogan's store, Diamond. All you guys went.
B
I was like,
Hogan B shop.
fuck you, Hulk Hogan. I won't give him a dollar of my money. If I ever see him, I'll try to smack shit out of him, bro. Like I really would. I
That's
hate him.
crazy.
I hate him. I hate that he means so much to the business. I hate it. I hate that Hulk Hogan is the reason why wrestling is the way it is. Because you got to give it to me. It's true. But I hate
Yeah.
that motherfucker with a passion. When Hogan lost Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 6 was the greatest day of my life, bro.
Man, that one of the worst days of my life. I ran in the room and was crying, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was crying, bro.
I was sitting up top of the Sky Dome at the top, and tears were happening. It was like, yeah.
It's crazy though, bro. He could have been more respectful than that if he didn't want to give you autograph. He ain't gotta say
Fuck him.
cuss you out. Yeah, it's like with me, bro. When they do access and they do WrestleCon, I know these guys are tired and all that. I get it, but man, there's no need to be disrespectful to us.
A lot of
Y'all
them are
agree.
that way.
Y'all agreed to do this, and the one I don't like for sure, and you know about this because I point him out to you in Orlando that year. Damian Sandow, bro.
You know what I said? I didn't give a fuck. I was like, fuck him. Like his face. Remember you say, yo, I said, fuck Dave. He's a bum. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
Because let a wrestler hit me. Because you know me, I'm taking a back bump and I'm getting paid, bro. I'm like, oh, I,
Shit.
I know the
Hit me
ticket.
too.
Hit me, bro. Hit me.
Hit me. For real.
Fuck
I would
Damian
take that
Sandow.
lick. Yeah, Damian Sandow for sure, man. When I met him in Dallas, bro, I walked up to him. What's up, Sandow? How you doing, man? And he just did this and turned his face, and I went, "Oh, that's how it is, for real."
I hate that shit.
I kept my cool because I'm there for the whole weekend. Had my cousin with me. I was like, I ain't gonna even react in here like that. But man, go ahead.
I hate that they don't. It's like without a fan, they're nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you represent the millions of people around the world. I represent like one fan represents all the fans because you can't have a sellout unless it starts with that one person.
That's
And it's
right.
the truth. You can't sell out this. You cannot sell out the Superdome unless you got one person coming first.
Yep.
So without that one person, you can't get two. And it's a it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. It's like people, especially people like us, who are not rich, who save their money, who make their plans all year long to go to these shows and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Behind you, look behind you. This is a
Yep.
I could get it like right now. Let me see. That's like two. That's like $3,000 behind you right there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
It's crazy. It's like we work hard, you know, and
Exactly.
we want to be respected, and a lot of them don't respect fans. Oh, you guys are nerds. You guys are this. Whatever, bitch. Without us, you wouldn't have that nice house you're living in.
That's right. Just got a text from my boy Mike Bradley. He want to join us right quick.
Can he? Can three people come in?
Yeah.
Invite them.
I am. I'm on it. I am on it. Trust me. I am sending the link to him right now. Let's get Mike Bradley on here. Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right, though, bro. You're exactly right. Like I said, I've met many, man. You have also. We're going to WrestleCon and Access. Trish Stratus, to me, that's going to be number one all time. All time, because she waited for everyone that was in line. Even if it's past her limit. It was past her limit, her time limit, and she waited. And they were telling her she had to go, and she was like, "No, I'm gonna wait." Everybody here, we have Mr. Michael Bradley joining the show. What's up, my man?
Man, what's going on, fellas?
Ain't nothing much, my brother.
Mike, what's your hometown?
I just so happened to catch the part where y'all was shitting on Hogan, so I had to put my two cents.
Mike, what's your hometown?
I was like, wow. I was like, damn, I'm missing the show. I'm missing the show. So, yeah.
Mike, what's your hometown?
I can't hear you, Tony.
You can hear me?
I hear you, Tony.
Ask him what his hometown is.
Can you hear me, Mike?
I can hear you, Jared.
All right. He's asking, what is your hometown?
Oh, New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans.
Ask what his weight is. What's his weight?
He wants to know what's your weight.
Currently 340.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 340 pounds. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Big Mike Bradley. Tell me you can listen
All
later.
I can make out is an intro. So.
Yeah, exactly. He was the ring announcer, bro. All right.
You can listen later. Listen later.
What
do you want to say about Hulk Hogan?
Oh no, brother. I mean, I have I partially agree with Tony, and the irony in all that going down when Hogan said the N word is you guys remember when Brooke made that Hulk Hogan Black Friends collage?
Yes.
Like, dude, I'll never forget. Like, for 24 hours, I was like Facebook famous because it was like, dude, did you know you're on Hulk Hogan's collage? Dude, did you know? Like, I'm like, okay, what about it? It's like, dude, you got to go to Twitter and look at this picture. And it's like a picture of him and a bunch of his black friends, Mr. T, this person, this person, this person. And if you look in the like lower right hand corner, there's a picture of he and I from C2E2. And what it was is that at the time I was the autograph manager at C2E2. And I was working his line. He was already late. He was in another city getting a bag somewhere else, like 3 hours away. And at that year, C2E2 was like Mick Foley, oh my goodness, Kevin Nash, Stan Lee, and fate would hold that Stan Lee's booth is right next to Hogan's booth. And I got the pleasure to meet both of them that day. I got pictures with both of them that day, and when I heard the whole thing about Hogan saying the N-word, I was like, motherfucker. But then again, bro. I mean, it's that complexion for protection. We all knew he was gonna eventually go back to WWE. He was their biggest box office champion of the '80s.
Yeah.
What I've always disliked about my disliking as a fan for WWE is that you don't have to build the company on the back of one man.
Right.
It's like, yeah, granted they had Warrior, yeah, they had all these other guys, but they wasn't Hogan. And like looking back at it, I have an appreciation for the Ted DiBiase's, the Hart Foundation, the Demolitions, all those other guys that paved the way, especially Jake Roberts. But and then for me, I think Jake Roberts could have been that number one A heel for Hogan had they did business together. But of course, you got some people who, they were starting to see, they were starting to rub their eyes, and that whole red and yellow was like, I kind of like this shades of gray over here, and shit happens.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. You say something about the company doesn't have to build on one person. In regards to WCW, do you think they built that around Sting or multiple wrestlers, including Flair and Hogan and Sting? And then like bringing in Goldberg and Kevin Nash.
Multiple, dude. I mean, granted, you had when you say WCW, I'm gonna look at it from a WCW aspect because I was about to go say NWA, but I mean, you had Sting, Flair, Vader. Then they brought in Hogan. The Four Horsemen, they were kind of, it wasn't that strong. And you had guys like Sid Vicious. Who else was popping at the time of like the young, strong WCW? They had I don't remember much about their cruiserweight league, but I know that they did have one. I mean, you had workers like Ricky the Dragon, Dustin Rhodes, Brian Pillman, a young Steve Austin with hair.
Yeah.
With hair. Yeah, like Steve could go. Like not a lot of people remember, but Steve Austin could fucking go. He was a machine. And I always wish that he never had got his neck broken by Owen, because that would have been like, I think Steve Austin could have retired maybe 2005, 2007. We would have seen we could have definitely seen an Austin versus Cena, and maybe Austin passing that torch on, possibly passing that torch on to Cena, but who knows? That's just that's my call.
I don't know if Mike can hear me or not, but you could just relay. I think we're still going to see Austin Cena. I really think so. It's a money match, bro. And Austin, look at Austin. He's 52, 53. He looks great, number one. He looks great. He's in great shape. And Cena's a part-timer. It's a money match, bro. I think for the right amount of money, you get him out of retirement for one match.
I'll let Mike answer that question. He says he believes that we still are going to see Austin versus Cena.
One more match.
Did we lose Mike?
I don't know. You might have.
There you go. You can hear us, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you. Give me a minute. I'm gonna switch over to my laptop because that way I can hear you all. Give me a second. I'm gonna definitely come back.
All right, go ahead.
Come back.
All right, Tony. That's not happening, Tony. No way.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something why I disagree with you. They almost had Austin in the ring. They almost had him back for Saudi Arabia. They've been listen.
Well, from the parents.
Listen, you don't think that Stone Cold get in the ring for one more match?
I think he could do it, but he can't really take no crazy bumps.
What bump would he have to take in Cena? What bump he got to take?
Clothesline. The
okay,
shoulder thrust. Shoulder
Back bump.
thrust.
Back bump.
Yeah, but still.
Listen, his neck's not that. Yo, Edge was out for 9 years. Stone Cold been out for how long? 12?
Yeah,
13?
longer than Edge. Yeah,
When was
17.
wait,
19.
what 19 was the last match, right? So he been out 15 years. You're telling me his neck hasn't healed from that? Edge got the same surgery. Listen, for the right amount of money, Stone Cold come out of retirement. Everybody wants to see him one more time. And you know he would love this that one more time in the rings to get that pop. You never know, bro. Might
That's
sit in
like.
California. Nobody thought we'd ever see Brett back in the ring.
That was at
Nobody,
26, right?
yeah, nobody thought we'd ever see Brett back in WWE. We never thought we'd see Hogan back. A lot of guys said he never. CM Punk eventually will come back. I'm telling you, man, if it's anyone in the next 2 years, I think it can happen. Think of the money match that would be. Cena, the era versus the Attitude Era versus the
Ruthless
ruthless
aggression.
aggression, bro. And he looks good, bro. Stone Cold's in great shape. He's in great
Oh
physical
yeah,
condition.
he is.
Can
I
Mike
don't
hear
see
me
it.
now? Oh, Mike can hear me.
We can't hear Mike.
You hear us? Now we can't hear you.
We can't hear Mike now. We can't hear Mike.
What the hell?
We can't hear Mike now. Oh man.
Do sign it,
Do
bro.
sign language. He hear us loud and clear. We can't hear him.
Do you have a feature that maybe you got to sit on your thing, Jared?
No,
No.
we all good here. I can't mute nobody like on Zoom.
Mm.
But nah, we heard him earlier. Now we can't hear him. I just don't see him. I don't see it, bro.
You got
Nah,
headphones?
no, he ain't got headphones.
Mm.
I'd say one dream match I like to see. I like to see Austin pin Goldberg. To be real,
Yeah, that would be a match too. But I wouldn't trust. But see, I don't think Austin would get in the ring with him because you can't trust Goldberg.
can't trust Goldberg.
Cena you could trust.
Yeah,
A lot of guys you could trust. You could trust Roman. You could trust a lot of guys. You know,
right.
you can't trust Goldberg in the ring, bro. What am I?
Yeah.
We're lucky we saw Undertaker have a match.
Woo, man! Don't remind me, bro. Lord have mercy.
He's trash, bro. Never
Yes,
liked him.
indeed. I know you haven't. No, you didn't like it, but you got to admit that was a good run in WCW.
Of course, but they were bums. You had a good run and you had a good run with some bumps.
Oh
You know,
man.
other than DDP, you know,
So
DDP's
so you say Raven's a bum?
rape who?
Raven.
Oh yeah,
Oh no,
yeah, I
man,
do.
not Raven, bro.
I see. You got to realize, something. I worked for ECW. He's trash too, bro. I
Oh
never liked
man.
him. I think he's a terrible work ethic. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible human being. My
You would
thing
know
is this,
better than
bro.
I.
Listen, I know a lot of wrestlers, man. They don't know me, but I know them. You know what I mean? When you behind the scenes and when you an independent guy, you see a lot of shit, bro. You know, it's like this is my thing. I don't give a fuck if there's 1,000 fans talking to you and you at the airport. Talk to every last one. That's your
Yeah.
job, bro. You chose to be a professional wrestler. You chose to put yourself in the public eye. It means you got to do it. As low as the scales I've been on, when I was big in Pittsburgh, I'd be in the armory after the match talking to everybody. There'd be little kids saying, "Taylor and Tony, can I get your autograph?" I would want to go home, bro. Guess what I do? I talk to them. There was some kid in a wheelchair who was in love with me. The guy special needs in a wheelchair, couldn't walk, would be drooling all over the place. It's not a good sight to see. But guess what I
Yeah.
did? I hugged that kid, took a picture of him because when you are in the public eye, and Mike knows this, and you know this from being a champion in karate, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a good attitude. I'm not a person. I'm not as nice as you two guys. If you're looking at this two here, it's a nice sandwich with a bad guy in the middle. Because I'm not a good dude like you two are. You guys have morals. I do not. I don't give a shit. But I put the right face on in front of the right people when I have to. When you can't be a jerk if you're a wrestler. You can't. You can't tell somebody, "Yeah, well, I'm tired, kid." You know, you can say, "Hey, listen, I'm having a rough time." You know, hey, take a kid picture. You can't tell a kid to fuck off. Come on. Imagine
Right.
some kids. Imagine some kid's dad hears that shit. Imagine you tell my kid, "Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't care who you are. What title? I'll take that belt and take it home with me, motherfucker. You fuck with me." Just saying, you can't be this way. The whole world is so. The world is the reason why the world is in uproar right now because of what goes on. It's because we're not nice to each other. It doesn't matter what fucking color you are. Everybody is mean to other people for whatever reason. People with a high stature, people with money, they think they're better than poor people. When a poor person would dig you out the gutter and feed you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. I know
Let,
I'm going. I know I'm rambling, but you know,
let's see if we can hear Mike now. Say something, Mike.
Mike is a bomb.
We can't hear Mike at all. We can't hear Mike.
Mike, we can't hear you, but you look good, bro. You look good.
Oh man.
What you got to say, Jack, to shut this to close this down, bro?
What I gotta say is this: Extreme Rules come on tonight. Everybody tune in.
It's gonna be a horror show.
Yeah.
Literally.
Uh-huh. We can't
What?
hear Mike Bradley right now. I want Mike to speak some more, but we can't hear him. So we're gonna go ahead and thank Mike for joining in with us.
Thank you, Mike, for coming in. Real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you had to predict what the show is gonna be, what you think?
I'm gonna go with a 7 tonight. I'm gonna go with a 7. Mike says 5.
Mike says 5.
I say 7.
I'm gonna go about an 8. I think they're gonna put on a good show.
Okay, all right.
And I'm telling you right now, remember, everybody listen, Dolph Ziggler, your next WWE champion.
Even Mike laughing.
Ziggler.
Yeah,
Ziggler.
he gonna pull a moose and go find that old belt somewhere and take it and call himself champion when it's not even part of the belt lineup. Look, everybody. Before we go off, so we want to say we're on YouTube today. All right. We on Facebook personal pages, and we on the Facebook MVS page. So we on multiple platforms today, trying to expand this and all that good stuff. So, but let's not forget, Over the Top Rope is a production of MVS Roundtable. We cannot forget that at all. Most definitely. So, until next week, for the Crescent City Saint, Mike Bradley, the Tantalizing One, Tony Levin, your boy, JB, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Such is my wife.
Whatever.